What's up everyone? Welcome back to Vida Lopez, our YouTube channel. Hector's not going to be joining me on this one today, but I will be giving you guys my pregnancy update, and it's going to be my symptoms and craving video. I have my notes right here because I cannot remember everything off of the top of my head, and I don't want to forget anything that's important, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started before I ramble too much. Symptoms for weeks 4 through 9. I'm currently 20 weeks right now, so just so you know. Weeks 4 through 9, I had a lot of nausea. Like anytime I thought about chicken, which is weird. Grilled chicken is just disgusting. Even right now, it's not that good. I'm like not feeling grilled chicken. It has to be baked or really tender, or it just has to be done right. If it's not done right, I'm gonna throw up, or at least I'm gonna dry heave or something like that. That's very uncomfortable. Nausea would be triggered from food that I think of that I would normally want, but now that I'm pregnant, it's not cutting it. So yeah, weeks 4 through 9 nausea was just based off of me being disgusted by food. Moving on to fatigue in weeks 4 through 9. I was really tired. I would come home from work and just go to just take a nap, just go straight to sleep. I would want to get stuff done in the house, but it wouldn't get done because I was just too tired to. Yeah, I mean, the fatigue just completely took over in weeks 4 through 9, and I hated cake. I went to Hector's cousin's baby shower, it was very beautiful, and I'm sure the cake was delicious, but I was offered cake and I was just like, no. Please go away. Like, I did not want cake at all. Like, cake was just anything sweet, especially cake, because cake typically is more sweet than, let's say, pie or something like that, or, you know, cupcakes are sweet. So I was just like, done. I did not want anything sweet like that. It just made me sick. Let's talk about cravings for week 4 through 9. Shrimp was my go-to, and they said that I was kind of worried about it because I thought that I couldn't have shrimp or anything like that, but it actually is very low in mercury. And I actually have this card that I keep with me, or I used to, and it tells you, I know you can't see that, but it tells you the mercury levels in fish and shellfish as well. And shrimp, catfish, and salmon are low as far as mercury levels. So when I looked at that, I was like, okay, I'll eat some. No, some didn't cut it. I had to eat a lot of shrimp tacos to be exact, from Rubio's, because that was as soon as I took a bite of the shrimp tacos, I was like, this is really gonna get me through this pregnancy, or at least for right now, because I cannot freaking eat anything besides what tastes good to me. And I don't know if it tastes good to me yet until I bite into it, which is really risky, because if you bite into it and you don't like it, then you're on a downward spiral on through the whole day. Just the thought of any kind of shrimp, like
lemon shrimp,
yeah, and
coconut shrimp,
definitely
pepper shrimp,
yep,
shrimp and potatoes.
Yeah, no, after a while it starts to get a little disgusting. I wouldn't eat like huge buckets of shrimp or anything, but just shrimp in general was good up until the end of week 9, I believe, going into 10. It kind of faded away. I was just like, I'm getting disgusted. And then after that, I was like, okay, what can I eat? Because I love shrimp, or at least I did. And I still can't eat meat at this time. I can only eat chicken if it's shredded, or it just depends on how it's cooked. Like I said, I'm not into red meat unless it's a burger, and that's like maybe not even once a week. But I've been craving catfish as well. Catfish is definitely something I've been craving. However, I could not get my hands on it because all the catfish places around me were too far away after work. Does that make sense? All of the catfish places or places that had catfish were like way too far away from me, because after work there's like tons of traffic, so I didn't even want to stop. And plus I live in Northern California where it's hot as fuck, so I just wanted to get my ass home. And then actually I went to Boiling Crab to get some catfish, and just so happened I was feeling sick because I could not get my hands on food quick enough. That's what will make you sick too, if you don't eat something. Even if it's crackers, you can eat a shitload of crackers, and if it's not fulfilling, then you're gonna feel sick, or at least I did. And so I drove to Boiling Crab, and just so happened that one day out of the week they were on strike and they were closed. Then I went to this place called Crazy Sushi in Elk Grove, and they didn't have enough staff on hand because they were also on strike, and they had a waiting time of 30 minutes. Could not do it, so I just went to Noodles and Company and got Italian food, which was okay, but it wasn't what I originally wanted. I wanted seafood. I wanted catfish, fried catfish. That's what I wanted. And salads I can definitely eat. Salads were the bomb, like especially from Jack's Urban Eats. And I'm naming all these places because those are the only places that I would go to, because I knew that I can get something that wouldn't make me sick, or just the thought of it. As soon as I would think of a salad from Jack's Urban Eats, I'd be like, all right, that's what I gotta get, because that sounds good right now, and let me get my ass over there before my pregnancy hormones or whatever changes my appetite. And lemonade, but watered down lemonade. So I'd fill a big huge tumbler up from Jamba Juice. That's another craving that I had, and that's actually that Jamba Juice actually kept me from starving to death in the mornings, because I could not eat heavy food in the morning. But yeah, Jamba Juice was another one of them. And so I would get a tumbler, those big tumblers from Jamba Juice that you can purchase, and I would fill it with ice, lemonade, and then the rest water, so half and half. And I would drink that, and that would keep me hydrated, because water was actually tasting pretty disgusting to me as well. It just felt like I wasn't getting any flavor. I mean, before, I do understand that water doesn't have a flavor, just like freshness, I guess. But I just couldn't stand just the non-flavor. Like I needed some fizz or some kind of sweetness or tart, some kind of taste. And I didn't want to just drink sodas, because I already don't drink a lot of soda. So I wanted to do something that would still keep me hydrated and taste good at the same time without making me sick, because that seemed to be my biggest issue, was keeping myself from being sick. Symptoms for week 15. No. All right. Symptoms for weeks 10 through 15. My appetite increased a lot, to the point where I just couldn't keep food on hand enough to keep myself from being sick. It was so weird. You don't eat and you're sick. You eat something that your body or stomach doesn't like, or your mind. So you just have to find that balance. So I would keep a bunch of food in a lunch bag at work. Still, I would eat the whole damn bag of everything that I brought, drink up all the water, and still I would be hungry. Nausea came and went, but it had more to do with the food than just feeling nauseous just because I'm pregnant. And actually through this pregnancy thus far, I feel like that is how my pregnancy is going to go for the rest of the time. I don't know if I'm gonna get nauseous later, but I know that it was triggered from hunger or eating too much, because you can't really eat a lot. And really, the bigger you get, you feel like there's no room, at least for me, because I'm really petite, and I just feel like there's no room to add food when there's already a baby in there. My stomach just feels tight. Baby movement was happening around week 15 and a half. I definitely know what that feels like, for something to be moving inside of you that normally wouldn't be. A lot of people said that I would mistake it for gas or something like that. I'm like, I'm sorry, ain't no gas ever felt like that. I know what gas feels like, and that ain't gas. That's something inside of me moving, something alive. So I can definitely tell the difference. And I heard that the smaller you are, the sooner you'll be able to find out or feel that feeling of the baby moving. So that was my experience. Being emotional, really emotional, was pretty annoying, because I just felt like anything that someone would say that would irritate me, I just punch them in the face. Like, just punch them. That's, just get it over with and just punch them in the face. That you cannot do. So I would cry for reasons that I really don't have. Being mad at my husband for things that I know that are stupid. Like, you know, I feel like you know that it's a stupid reason for crying, but you're just like, fuck it, I'm pregnant, I'm just gonna cry anyway, because holding it in is just gonna hurt. So I just went ahead and cried about 3 times a week. And cravings for weeks 10 through 15 were Mexican, more shrimp, pho, fruit juices, and watered down fruit juices with ice. And that pretty much sums it all up. And a little bit of Italian food. It just depends, because sometimes it'd be too heavy or too much and I didn't feel like wasting. So I would try to get something that was smaller portions, or if I did order something that was big. And I always say order because I just did not have enough energy in me to cook. And if I did cook, it would be for Hector and I, but we were on different schedules because he'd be hungry and then I wouldn't want to eat anything. So I would just order food out and then I would give the rest to him if I couldn't finish it. But pho was definitely something that helped my stomach, and I always felt like soup always did help me whenever I didn't feel good, because it's light and you're still getting, you know, food, and it's also healthier because it has vegetables and stuff like that in it. And it did have meat, but the meat did taste good because it was only a little bit and it wasn't real greasy like on the barbecue type meat. So that's weeks 15, I would say 15. That's weeks 10 through 15 for symptoms and cravings. Symptoms and cravings for weeks 16 through 20. I'm currently 20 weeks right now, so I am gonna be talking about what is going on right now in the present. So I am super hungry and I crave all kind of food now. Like, it doesn't really matter. There isn't really anything that makes me disgusted except for barbecue chicken, pretty much. And it's summertime, so everyone's barbecuing like every weekend. So I make sure that I eat before I go to a barbecue or something like that, because I don't want to just be stuck eating barbecue, because I won't eat it. I stick to salads and things like that if someone has a barbecue. So there's tons of baby movement between there's tons of baby movement by week 19 up until now, week 20, to the point where I'm like, okay, is this normal? Because I just feel like movement, just the kids just like everywhere, just banging on my stomach walls and banging on my my bladder, and it feels like someone's just twisting my bladder. Like, I can be sitting here and then all of a sudden I feel like my bladder is being like stomped on, and then I have to piss really bad. I just have to pee, like move out the way. I need a bathroom. Also, I cannot sleep for anything. I'll be up all night long. Hector has actually turned over and looked at me, and I'm like on my phone watching YouTube videos to try to get myself to sleep. And then he'll look at me and be like, you're still up? It feels like when you lay down in the bed, I don't know if you're just more relaxed or something, but you want to pee all night. Well, you don't want to, but you pee all night long. So you barely get any sleep because of that. So I actually try to keep my fluids down around 9 o'clock. So I try to drink all day and then stop at 9. So if I do pee, it's only like twice a night. But I've counted one time, I got up 6 times. Like, it's crazy. I have more energy now than I did. A lot more energy. And I heard that by month 8, in your 8th month of pregnancy, you're gonna get like this huge burst of energy to, like, I guess what they call nesting and fixing the house up, getting ready for baby. I can't wait for that because I've been trying little by little to get this baby room cleaned, and it's not dirty, but I just don't have the energy to just do it all at once. But I do have more energy than I did before from the beginning, and I do feel more loved right now, so everything's good. Everyone can live. And I actually feel like I'm attached to the baby just because I felt it, and I still feel it moving so much that I feel like attached to it. So, and it was hard before, up until week 12. I just felt like, you know, you never know what can happen. So I just kind of felt distant, like, okay, I'm pregnant, but let's just see what happens, because you just never know. But I actually made it through to week 20, and Hector's outside the door listening. I know he is. But Cravings.
Hector's outside.
Trying to be quiet, I can hear you.
I was going upstairs. I was just going to the room to change.
Oh, but anyway, bye. So Cravings for. Shut that door. Cravings for weeks 16 through 20. Sweets are back in full swing. I'm back. Well, I'm not gonna say like I'm back eating cupcakes. You know, it's all good. I got candy on deck, but I do like crave those things. Not like really bad. Just if you know I eat dinner or eat lunch or something like that, and now I feel like something sweet, it's no longer an issue for me. I can just go ahead and grab something like a cupcake or pie or something like that for dessert, and it doesn't make me sick. Although ice cream I don't particularly care for right now. I don't know, for some reason it's just too much of a commitment. Scooping, and I don't know, it's weird. But food is still hard to figure out what to eat. I end up eating really light, which I don't really like to do, because I want to eat enough so that like I can at least have one big meal in that day, and then I don't have to worry about me not eating healthy throughout the day, if that makes any sense. Because if I have one big meal that's good and nutritious and everything like that, then I don't have to worry about being confused about what I need to eat later. I know that I've already pretty much eaten healthy. You feel me? Week 20 today, I still hate barbecue. I can go longer without having something to eat, but I still need to eat something. Like, I'm hungry right now, and I'm actually going to my aunt and uncle's house to eat. I don't know what they're making, but I was like, oh, you're cooking? Yeah, I'll be over, because she can make some pretty good food. So that's what I'm gonna do today. That pretty much sums up my weeks 4 through 20. Whenever I did find out I was pregnant, which is April Fool's Day, I took a pregnancy test and it was positive. Ever since then, I was getting cramps as if I was starting my period, and it hurt so bad. Like, it hurt worse than period cramps. It was just like a really sharp, twisted pain that I would get, and it would just like increase and come way back down, and then it would go away. I can pretty much say that this pregnancy is normal. We've actually gone to the doctors a few times, and we've had 2 ultrasounds so far, and we got to hear the heartbeat once. I'm 20 weeks now, like I said, so I have another appointment for Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm not sure what the appointment is for Wednesday, but we'll definitely be finding out the gender, but we're keeping it a secret even from ourselves because we're gonna have a gender reveal party. So watch out for that video coming up in August. August 19th is our party, so we're going to go ahead and let everybody know what we're having, including ourselves, but I feel like it's a boy. I really do feel like it's a boy, but I don't want to feel stupid and feel crushed that it's not a boy. So I'm just gonna let it be whatever it is. We're gonna embrace all of it. And I hope you like this little video. I just wanted to update you guys and have a good week. Tomorrow's Monday, so have a good rest of your week. And I will catch you in another vlog or video. But if you like more pregnancy videos, please give this video a thumbs up and like and subscribe to your favorite Sacramento vloggers. Bye bye.